Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I do readings for Pisces. Now, we're going to look at the foundation and the crowning of your week from the Celtic Cross we did on Sunday. Yes, I'm still battling a cold, so don't be concerned if you hear me, sounding sick. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm all good. And some of these I've done 2 a day, so it's not on the same day that you're hearing me. I'm not just holding on to this forever. This is just the week that I'm sick. So just keep that in mind. And let's take a look at our foundation and our crown. Now, when it first came out, it says, let your mind wander. And I like the fact because his mind's all over a map. That's a saying, which is your mind's all over the map. But with it came the 5 of Cups. So in your foundation, I feel very much that the water is tempering the calmness of a rainy day. I love this. Okay, this is always like, it's the perception. The 5 of Cups for me is always about looking at, in the picture it's usually somebody looking at something that's fallen or something that's broken down. And in this case, if you were looking out the window, you'd be thinking, well, it's a rainy day. There's not much I can do outdoors. But I love that it says, let your mind wander. In other words, there are different options. And I think in your foundation is that you've come up with different options when things didn't work out. And this is the part that I really adore about this part right here, is your ability to, our imagination, first of all, is our greatest asset. So rain is not a deterrent for us, and I know this for a fact. If it's raining outside, there's other things you can do. There's coziness inside to be had, so just do it. It says, much of our thinking is associative. One idea makes you think of another. Use this ability to generate new ideas. Look at something and make association based on whatever you can think of. Function, location, size, shape, sound, personal, opposite, etc. Example, work, play, actor, star, sun, light, bulb, tulips, kiss, love, tennis, net, prophet, oracle, heart, life. What things does your idea remind you of? What do each of these remind you of? How can you use this cluster of associations to develop your ideas? So it says to let your mind wander, which is fantastic. And this week we've been talking about taking that tried and true stability that we have in the Emperor and letting it flow in the power of new ideas and new thoughts. So this is perfect. Take the things that don't work, the 3 cups usually that you have on the ground, and see what else you can do with them. It's like the pieces of a broken glass. You can make a mosaic with it. So there are different things that you can do. Do it through association. I like that. And for your crown, it says see the positive. And I love this because it's talking about, it's talking about the human mind. Note scientist W.I. Beveridge likes a strange idea as little as the body likes a strange protein and resists it with a similar energy. When you judge new ideas, focus initially on their positive and interesting features. This will counteract a natural negative bias and help you to develop more ideas. What's positive about this idea? Also, if there's starts and stops in this video, I do apologize. I'm just trying not to cough through the video, so don't worry about it. I'm all good. I'm just taking the time it takes to get through this reading. See the positive. So absolutely, I loved what that said, but the card that came with it was the 10 of Swords. And this 10 of Swords is talking about the end of something. I mean, it's this boat, you may not see it, but it's in pieces, it's sunk. But in the back there, you can see another ship and the light coming through. So it's almost like the end of certain things is honestly probably the best thing that can happen for you to go into the direction you need to go. If something doesn't completely kind of combust around us, in other words, that it's no longer feasible, that we can't do it anymore, we just tend to hold on to it for too long. And it doesn't give us the forward momentum. So when it goes poof, and you don't have access to it anymore, I feel that see the positive in the situation. This is what I feel it's saying. See the positive in something just kind of ending, right? Because with an end comes a new beginning. So I feel that they're saying that your path was meant to go this way, specifically for that reason. Now, I've kept some cards to show you while I'm doing the reading, Pisces, and here's the why. Because there were some great cards that turned. I'm going to put them back and reshuffle them, but while I was pre-shuffling, these came out. Where there's a will, there's a way. I love that, and I felt that while I was looking at these cards, while I was shuffling. You know, sometimes we put blocks in front of ourselves thinking, nah, I really can't do it. But it's you know, if you will it, if you believe in it, you can make a lot of things happen. With my 50 plus years on this planet, I've realized that that is the case. You can do a lot of things. You can be a lot more successful in your life. Instead of letting the little bumps in the road get you down. And if you keep trying to get to where you want to go, you eventually do have success. And you can succeed at a lot of things. Facing my shadow removes darkness from the world. Ah, beautiful. This is such a wonderful comment, and it's true, right? The shadow is what? A failure? A catastrophic failure like this? Is that the shadow? Is that the thing that you are worried about? Is that the things that you think, oh, this is the end of this, right? If it all comes down, then everything's finished. It's completely over. But sometimes you're shadow boxing with yourself, right? These didn't really happen yet, but you're so fearful of the worst that you never take the step forward to make it, you know, to maybe admit to yourself that this needed to end, that shadow needs to be dealt with and destroyed, right? And conquered and overcome. It's what makes you stronger. It's what gives you the tools that you need and removes darkness from the world. It's true, because if you walk with a dark cloud over your head all the time, what do you think that's doing to your environment? If you walk with the hope of the world inside of you and the hope of your creation and the hope of all of this, the excitement, the passion, the vitality, this is what you offer the world. This is what they see. And that we're going to be covering, not tomorrow, but the day after, is how others see you, right? So you really want to foster the right kind of energy. Yeah, let's take another one from here. You guys saw me shuffling, right? Aren't they wonderful? They're wonderful, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. I wish, like, I don't even know how magicians do their stuff. I wish I knew. Because then I could say, well, that's just a sleight of hand. I have no idea how they do that stuff. And why would I need to when it just happens naturally? So there you go. You have, where there's a will, there is a way. Okay. A little drink here. Well, you can make it happen. I feel that that's what it's saying. You can make it happen. If you believe in it and you will it, it will be so. You will make it happen. Since it came out twice, let's go look. Let's go find this. So it's raise your vibration. And where 58. Okay. You have power and light within you that will never go out or fade away. You are abundant in nature, for you are an expression of universal energy in individualized form. Wow. Nice sentence. Today the universe is bringing the energy of empowerment to you. If it's not apparent already with all this power up here. If there is something that you need in order to move forward, know that it is within your reach. You are being reminded that your will is powerful. Whatever you focus your intention on with unwavering faith, you will create. You're being encouraged to move from hoping that your dreams will become reality to knowing that they are already here. Tune into the feelings that what you intend will bring. Feel them now and know that they are magnetic energies that will make these intentions reality. Feel grateful for the opportunity to direct your will. Let gratitude permeate your being. Feel excited as you draw on the power of the universe, so that your wildest dream become your present moment. You are an unlimited, abundant being living in the totality of possibility. Miracles are yours to have. Vibe today, my potential is unlimited. And they're also telling me about that sculptor. Who was it? And I don't know who it is, so I'm not going to say, but he said that the sculpture was already in the marble or the rock, whatever he was sculpting in, and all he had to do was remove the pieces. Now I've heard this, and they made me repeat it so that you understand how you can manifest the thing that you, instead of hoping it comes true, of knowing it's already here. In other words, know that whatever you're putting energy into, whether that's a change of career or a relationship, feel it already being there. And it's just basically you walking or taking the pieces off as you're going to reveal it. That's it. You've already made it happen. You're just walking towards that direction to something that's a foregone conclusion. That helps me a lot, and that can help you a lot too. Okay? All right, so the other deck that I used and saw cards already was the new moon in Aries. It's the Moonology, and it said go for it, and I like that. It's like telling you go for it, you know, try something, try anything, Pisces. Don't be afraid of living your best life, of trying things, right? Focus on the positive. See? I'm magic. That was a magic trick. Aren't I good? Even the magician has no idea how she performed the magic trick. Isn't that wonderful? So focus on what you can do, right? Let your mind wander. Let it happen. Let things come. And then follow through. Okay? Don't be afraid. I love that. It's got the sun energy all over. It was not surprising, you know, big fireball in the sky with a big passionate fire sign coming in. The big fire in the background here of this card showing you that it's on the way. All you have to do is just kind of hold on and go towards that direction. Okay? Let go of what doesn't fit anymore. Just let it, you know, just let it kind of float on by and let yourself be carried away into the direction of things that you really want to manifest. Yeah. So, all right, let's take from the other deck, of course. This is the last one where a card turned, and it was the Magician. It says manifestation, empowerment, preparedness. Now, believe it or not, even though I looked at it, I really didn't connect it to what I just said, which is funny. But it's all about manifestation, right? Empowerment and preparedness. So prepare yourself for some great manifestation. Some magic. Your own magic tricks that you didn't even know you knew how to do, yet it's happening every day. It's so wonderful when the magician doesn't even know how he performs this magic trick, but he is magic. Isn't that the most, because then you get to be surprised as well as everybody else in the world, right? It's one thing to be good enough to do magic tricks, be good, but that's a job. Magic is not a job. Magic is just, you know, it's something that's both meaningful to you and the world, because its form is surprising and happy and wonderful. All right, another little break there, Pisces. Oh, I think this is going to be my last reading for the day. Yeah, for today. Ace of Fire. We have the Ace of Wands already up here. Opportunity, creativity, action. And you know what? I think when I did this one, yeah. See, this one had come out in this deck as well. So there is great opportunities in all of this to find from both the ground and your... I love the fact that you're having, like, your foundation is so much Emperor, and your crown is like your spirituality. Everything that goes out of you that kind of reconnects to you is coming into the same kind of energy, but different. I love it. It's like creating all these new things out of the old. Flipping it around, seeing what happens with them. What can we do with them? What can we do with the parts that didn't work? Rejig them so that they do work. You're coming at this with such a beautiful energy of new, right? And you have the Page of Wands underneath the deck. I just saw it, and we have it here too. So it's definitely a new way of communicating, a new way of doing things. They're impulsive, yet new ideas from old ideas. It's a more fearless way of looking at things, right? It's like, give it a whirl, give it a twirl, figure it out. I love it. Two of Earth, here it is again. The two of balancing, of juggling, okay? Balance, prioritization, and playfulness. Oh, I love the playfulness part of it. It's like, give it a shot, give it a twirl. Again, you're getting that energy of why not, okay? It's not that high, and one side is water, so you'll probably float. Everything's good. Just juggle it around. You also had the Three of Earth come in at celebration, community, friendships. Talking about reconnecting to people who are maybe trying to do the same, you know? It's less scary when you have a friend. Honestly, it is. A reconnection to people. Maybe there's some people out there who are trying to do sort of the same thing that you're trying to do, and maybe they have questions, ideas. Maybe they came up with solutions that you don't know. Maybe you have solutions that they don't know. It's time to reach out. It's time to find people like you doing the things that you are doing, seeing how that works for them, right? Being able to help each other is a fantastic way of being. It's a fantastic way of doing things. Yeah. All right, so let's pull from... Oop. There's the purple amethyst. So I love this Rainbow Hope. It's come out before. It's come out again. But it's like, again, they're talking about rather than hoping, being that hope, being that rainbow, being the colors. Because they were talking about hope there. And that's absolutely what I feel here. That's what I feel. Let me see. Let me see, Pisces. Rainbow. So it's number 6. Did I already read this one to you? Let's see. Oh. It doesn't matter. Because again, they're connecting things together, aren't they? When a rainbow appears in the sky seemingly out of nowhere, it can seem like magic. Or a sign. Magic. Here we go. Magic. Rainbows are a symbol of hope and luck because they represent the vibrant beauty that follows a storm, both literally and figuratively. Rainbows appear in other unexpected ways as well, such as a shimmering reflection from the sun displayed on a wall or a child's scribbled drawing. Children display the carefree, hopeful vibe of this energy, so when they incorporate rainbows into their art, they're truly reflecting the positivity this represents. So again, when the sign shows up for you, it's time to try looking at the glass as being half full. I love that. So, alright, I'm not going to keep going. I think I actually have read this one before, but we needed to read about the magic. That's why they had me look at this again. It's magic, okay? And you don't question magic. Magic is magic. Magic is wondrous. It makes you feel like things are falling into place without you having to actually do anything. It's almost a meant to be, right? When you're walking the path and things start happening, you're going, well, this had to be meant to happen because it's just kind of falling into place. And yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to feel. That's how you get synchronicity. That's how you feel like this is not just something that I'm hoping or wishing for. This is something that is being pushed and pulled in by me, by the universe, by spirit, okay? Set a deadline. Well, that's good. There you go. For many people, the ultimate inspiration is the deadline. That's when you put away the excuses and get down to the business of making your idea happen. So what's your objective? Can you state it in a simple sentence? What are the 3 key things you'll need to do to reach it? Where is your sense of urgency? What tight deadlines can you give yourself? And that's always good as well. You know, give yourself, by this date, I'm going to have this done. By the end of this week, I'm going to have tried that. So give yourself, absolutely. I believe in this because otherwise you're just putting it out in the air and nothing much is happening, right? So go ahead, and now that you know it's the path that you're going, you're just going to take the marble off to reveal the statue. Underneath it, it's time to start removing the pieces and set yourself a definite agenda of where you want to go and what you need to do, right? It's using your mind as a tool that is what it's supposed to be doing, not running you around in circles telling you that you're defeated and you can't do it. It's supposed to be telling you, all right, let's get this done, okay? So absolutely work on that. Make sure that you're using that tool that's available to you. They use it in school all the time, you know? Spirit of Cups. So this is the Queen of Cups. Tell me I need a second card with it. A Spirit of Cups with... So she's about intuition. And a Seven of Cups. Right. Okay. So I feel like they're saying intuitively use your intuition to make the appropriate decisions of where you want to go to next. The Seven of Cups represents all the choices, all the things that your mind wandered about, right? All those wonderful tidbits of information. And then you use your intuition to get it to go somewhere. Like, what can I build with this? First it's an idea, then it's an inspired thought, and then it becomes something more. And I feel that's what they're saying here, Pisces, okay? Use your inspired thoughts to the Ace of Wands that had come out in this deck and actually in this deck and here, to now build upon it, right? You have quite a few of them. This could be in regards to a relationship. It can be in regards to career, ideas on how to make money, everything, anything and everything, okay? All the ideas that you've set into place on how you should proceed next. Then let these ideas get inspired into something that you can actually start making movement. And it could be things that didn't work out as well, right? You can take a look again at something to say, well, was there a specific reason it didn't work out? Or is there something I can use here? Like I said, taking the pieces of the broken glass. And then pick one, and then one, and then give yourself a deadline to go forward into it, okay? There's a very, like, specific way of doing it. Yes, there's structure to it, but that structure needs to be fluid. And that's, I think, all they've been saying all week, okay? Your structure, your authority, it needs to be fluid, but you need to be active in that power. You need to take that action towards what you want or what you need to be doing going forward. Okay. We have embodying my soul. I have a right to be excited. I like that. I like that because I have a right to be excited. To me, it's all about passion, right? All week we've been talking about passion, and it's okay for this to be like a work in progress, but they're also reminding you that it's supposed to be fun, okay? Your life is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be enjoying the ride that you're on. If you're not, is the ending really going to give you the satisfaction that you need? Okay? For me, if I had a statue and I knew it was underneath it, even though it was a little bit of work, I would find the fun in trying to figure out how to remove those pieces. That would be fun. Okay? Even though it's work. So try to keep that sense of how to get through all of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Have a right to be excited. Embody your soul. Add a little soul music. That's just a Jane thing. Add a little soul music to it. It will help you as well. Music is some of the most wonderful stuff on the planet. Don't ever lose that that quality of tool that is available to you, okay? Only my beliefs are in my way. The Emperor. Deconstructing doubt. I love it. This is, again, the stuff that you've been taught. It's just because, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. We all do it. it's just a rite of passage, okay? Even the greatest parent, they infuse us with teachings and learnings. And we spend part of that putting it in place, and I think we spend a good part of that taking it apart. So don't worry about it. It is just, like I said, a rite of passage, but one that you need to do, especially if you're trying to change the direction of where you want to go. Everything is for me, not against me. Integrating the ego, exactly. Yeah, the ego is part of a mindset. Yeah, it's a mind thing. And again, it's talking about not letting the mind rule the roost, okay? You are so much more than the sum of your parts, the sum of your energy, the sum of your mind. Let's just your mind, okay? Your mind tells you something, and then your heart follows. And if your mind is negative, your heart is going to have a hard time finding a positive emotion to link to it. So it's important that you kind of tame the mind into doing what you need it to do, okay? And I'm not talking about being ignorant, okay? Because some people just go, you know, there's no danger while they stand in front of a moving vehicle. And that's not what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about stuff that you put in your mind that scares you, and it's not exactly the truth. It's just something that you know, it's a storyline that you have created in your mind that kind of scares the crap out of you. Sometimes it's built from the past, what you've seen other people go through, or conditioning. So that's the important part. That's the part that needs to be deconstructed, okay? And then you need to, like it says, integrate the ego, right? Integrating the ego. Everything is for me, not against me. In other words, yeah, just doubt is not for you. Doubt is a scare tactic, but it's also a safety maneuver. It's like, I don't know. Would you rather stay with the stuff that you know about, instead of taking a chance and doing stuff that not too sure about? It's the devil you know, right? All right, so I have honey on my table. Yeah, I take honey for my throat. You know, honey is wonderful. Not only is it sweet, it gives you that coating, stops you from coughing. It's just, thank God for bees. Thank God for honey. Okay, so what do we have here? We have digest and activate. Okay. So I feel like they are saying, take time, digest. It's so funny, Virgo, digest. All that's coming to mind when that word came out is kind of like, take time to digest what we've been talking about this week. Take time to really sit and think of these nuances, okay? These things that are coming up. And you will get activated. I mean, it's obvious. This is the sun. Again, it's that fire energy all coming in. It is beckoning to you, most certainly, telling you, come on, let's go. We can do this, okay? And we have the full moon in Aries next week. Yes, yes, more fire energy coming in. But Pisces, just, take the time to figure this out. Let me see here. Do I have this book? Where is it? Where is this book? Huh. How interesting. Oh, it's right here. It's in plain sight, in front of my face. Okay. Symbolized by a woman goddess holding a sheaf of wheat, the mutable earth sign Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Wheat can only feed the multitudes once the grain is sorted from the chaff. Virgo is connected to the nervous system and the intestinal tract, the job of which is to sort nutrients from waste. All right. So it says, look for the grain and release the chaff. weed, harvest, sort. Something in the situation needs to be sorted, edited, reorganized. Up there, okay? In order to bring in its harvest. Whether you're asking about relationship, a work project, or the culture in which you work, Virgo wants you to be specific. Sort and release a habit, not a person, and change how you interact, but not necessarily with whom you interact. Examine the situation with for the patterns that need to be released and composted, what seeds need to be saved for another time or planted for the next season. Rather than focusing on faults, appreciate what is valuable about each interaction, opportunity, and person. Truly absorb the worth, the wonder, and be healed thereby. It may be time to take an introspective break and work on your self-care routine. Look at your diet, health habits, see what needs improving. Absorb vitality. All of this, vitality, the passion. Absorb the passion, okay? I love this. The challenge. If you just weed the garden and don't plant or cultivate, all you'll have is an empty bed. Editing without creating gives you no content. Sometimes you have to ask the inner editor to take a break and let the creative process flow. And then let the editor clean and polish. This world is gloriously complex. Virgo encourages us to see how the details fit together, how the leaves and twigs make up a forest. Light and shadow co-create our image in the whole. How your mind can kind of just connect to everything, right? At the beginning, right? Rather than judge the worth of the part, pay attention to the necessary role each piece plays. Your mind plays a role, your heart plays a role, everything plays a role here, right? The shaft protects weeds so it can grow and therefore has value even if it's not edible. Perceive not just with your mind, but with mind, heart, and soul together. I just said that. I just said that. I just said that. All right, so this is a perfect card. There you go. Digest. It's exactly what I was saying. Digest what you're taking in right now. See how the pieces fit together, okay? This is so great, Pisces. This is so wonderful. Okay. So we'll take one more from here, and then I think this is good for today. I think this talked a lot about what you needed to hear, and and it'll give you some time until the next reading to just kind of sit and see how things connect to each other, one thought to the next, how they connect to your emotions, and this is a thought of like I said, you've already created. The idea's already there. You just need to remove the marble, right? Oh. Okay. Maybe I need another Moonology card. The moon came out again. I don't know, it seems to be my cue, and they're talking about emotions, which is perfect, okay? I just said, let your mind be in sync with your emotion, and we're talking about that, right? It all works together, all of it. Okay, one more here, and then a Moonology card was requested. There's a card in here for you, Pisces. It's just like magic waiting to come out. Oh, oh, oh. Release your blocks. Release your blocks. Maybe you should just walk around and say, today I release my blocks. I just let them go. I'm going to integrate the old into the new, and I'm going to make it and transform it into something gloriously wonderful that's going to work for me, and it's going to release the blocks that were there before. They weren't blocks. They were just asking me to look. They were asking me to fix. They were asking me to do something different. That's it. That's all. Okay? So it's very Zen-like. It's very good. So go into your intuition. There's a lot of intuition here. The moon, the Queen of Cups. They're asking you to really tap into that. And, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't feel the need to go through all of this. If you guys need to see it again or hear it again, you can just back up and start over, whatever, pin a point, or I don't know. Just take the time to really let all of this absorb into yourself cellularly and through all of your energy chakras, and ask yourself to just be open, okay? All right, so before I start coughing again, I will just take a moment and say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Take good care. Bye for now.